Hey everybody, Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. I don't like that view right there. Let's change it. Let's make it like that. All close. I don't know. Hey everybody, 99% clairvoyant reading, channeling session. If you're watching me live, welcome. If you are watching me on my YouTube channel at billhobart, like the video and subscribe to the channel, please. Hi, Shannon. How's it going? I think I'm on the wrong channel. There I am. Okay, cool. All right. Hi, Joe. How's it going? Beautiful day in Detroit today. I don't like the way this thing's set up here. It's kind of weird. Hey, Kathy. How you doing? Beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. It's 60-some degrees outside now, I think, in Detroit. Oh, you had gallbladder surgery, huh, Shannon? Wow. Hope you're healing okay. Yeah, so we'll see who pops on. Hi, Pat. How are you? I'm doing okay, Kathy. Sorry, I had to take a drink of water. My intestinal stuff we're working on that. Yeah, from last month, from my colonoscopy. It's kind of different. I know, Janice, you were in Mexico. Hey, Chrissy. Hi, Jamie. Happy Thursday to you. Uh-oh, Joey's got root chakra issues. We all got some kind of issue going on right now because things are crazy. Universe is bustling. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. Go talk about that too. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff today. There's always a lot of stuff, right? Yes, there is. Yes. Always stuff going on. Yeah. So I'm asking Spirit where we're supposed to start. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff up here. Okay, let's see. Okay. Hi, Holly. How's it going? How you doing? So okay. Hi, Liz. I told everybody, I think last week or the week before, I'm not really sure. Again, I'm not have any attention span. Hey, Blake, how's it going? Hey, Molly. I don't really have a lot of connection. Hey, Laura, namaste to you. Grounding, right? So I don't know. I think we talked about this a couple times since I had my colonoscopy. Okay, that I've got some stuff going on, and it is so freaking. It's miracle stuff, right? Chimes. So Spirit always talks about how they lead us, right? How they get us ready for the next chapter, how they set us up for greatness, and how they will easily put you back in time because you thought you had it cleared out. Hi, Allison. But you didn't, right? Well, since I had my colonoscopy and the things that are going on and down there, it threw me back into childhood. And again, I think I might have talked about this before. And I've struggled to get out of it. I truly have, right? Because when I had kidney disease when I was a child, I had it for like 8 years. And I was a guinea pig. And I was getting poked and prodded a lot, almost every day. In the hospital, taking all kinds of medicine that was unapproved just because I was a guinea pig. And all the trauma that came with that later in my life. Well, having irritable bowel syndrome and colitis completely has changed. Hey, Bonnie, has completely changed my life. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So all of a sudden, I'm feeling in this month between doctor visits, hi Haley, that okay, I don't have any direction with this. I'm left on my own. They don't really know. It felt very, very similar to me, and I didn't know why. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm 8 years old again? I don't understand about that, and not getting anything here, and understanding, okay, I'm kind of in suspension. I was in this kind of a suspension mode, and I have been for a month, and which is very weird for me, not being connected. I mean, not even connected to spirit, just in a suspension mode, kind of like, there was a movie about that, Flatliners, I think it was, where they almost kill you, right? Or whatever it was, with Julia Roberts and Keith Sutherland. Or they do, and then they bring you back to life or something like that. I felt in suspension. So when I did ask the question, when I did have conversations with spirit and I got the answer, it's because you haven't cleared up. This is just a remembrance of 50 some years ago. That was deep down inside, right? And I went, okay, that makes freaking sense, I guess. Now get me out of this. Well, they didn't. All right. And so, hey, Lori, I was great talking to you today. We got to talk again. And so understanding that happens to us before ascension, before the next level. All right. They've been telling me for 2 years to change what I eat. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'm thinking, oh, I'll just do it when I get to Maui. And when I get to Maui, it'll be good. Well, guess what? Once again, as Spirit has told me for the past 8 years, you got to do let's say 4 years since I found out about moving to Maui, that you've got to do all your changing here. Got to do all your changing in Detroit, Bill. And I'm like, why? I don't understand that. Well, in the past 4 years, guess what? It's all been done here. And this is the final piece, I believe, from what they're telling me before we move. Or hi, Sherry. Or we move. I move, whatever. And I can eat nothing that I used to eat before. No processed foods, no animal protein, a little sugar. I mean, all like old people food. And I've lost about 7 pounds already in a month. I had a little belly going on, like a daddy belly from COVID. But because I can't eat the stuff that I'd usually eat, which would be like chips and brown rice and lots of animal protein and protein drinks and things like that, my body is basically, I'm hungry all the time usually. So I'm changing that, lots of water and things like that. So I have this conversation with Spirit about, well, when we get to Maui, because I know pretty much all there is to know about the cuisine there, what they eat, the food trucks. Again, it's been 4 years of me not really investigating it, but it popping up on my YouTube channel, even on my TV. So this all makes sense. So Spirit, I tell you this because as we go through things like that, as we go through flashbacks, remembrances, right? And we don't know why we feel like this. If it's emotion, hey Barb. If it's emotion, hey Marielle. If it's emotional based, so it's in your heart, or it's gut based, or it's ego based, we have to ride that wave, right? But also what we have to do is allow them to connect us with our past, to connect us with what happened in our past. All right, let me get to that too. So it's pretty freaking amazing that just for me, the transition in a month to wondering what's going on, wondering why I'm in suspension, kind of like, again, but I talked about the movie, Flatliners, I think that's called, and wondering, WTF, I don't understand. I mean, I haven't done a lot of readings this month because of that. I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm good. And I understand that that's what happens is that for me, hey, Amanda, that when I'm getting ready to go through something huge, they always lower my vibration. So a lot of people I don't connect with a lot of folks. And I've understood that. I no longer get into panic mode of, oh my gosh, because I'm not that guy anymore. Thanks to Tammy, right? So I'm going to tell you more chapters of this, just to give you guys a heads up. Is that so? It was 3 weeks, and then last week, this would be the fourth week. So last week, I get a text from a friend who I answer questions for, and she's a holistic worker. I've known her for 6 years. Met her in Columbus at a psychic fair. Lived in Ohio. Now lives in Panama City, Florida, and she sent me a question. When can I talk? When can we talk? I said, well, after 12 noon. She didn't get the text. So Friday morning, about 9:30, 10 o'clock, Spirit says, call her. Okay, we haven't heard from her. Call her on her phone. It goes to voicemail. Okay. Now I've known this woman for 5 or 6 years. I've never known what holistic service she has. So she has all these things listed on her voicemail, and Spirit says right there. I'm like, okay, just right there. I'm like, okay. So I left her a message. Hey, text me, give me a call, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So she texts me. She says, hey, can I call you now? Yes, you can. So we get on this conversation. And I answer her questions, and she goes, so Bill, what's going on with you? And I said, well, this is what's going on. And I told her about this situation. And she goes, well, she goes, how do we talk on Monday at 10 o'clock? Bonus. Cool. She goes, but send me a picture of each one of your eyes. Now, I forget what the name of this is. I didn't know what it was until Monday at 10 o'clock when I had a conversation with her for an hour. Okay. Her name is so crazy. She reads your eyes with a computer. And she knew things from my eyes that no one knows but me. Yeah. Wild. Crazy. Eyenology or something like that is what it's called. But she puts your picture looks at it in the computer, something like that, and all of a sudden, and she's trained in this, and it comes out. I mean, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. Fascinating to me. She knew things from my eyes, from my mother, that I inherited from my mom. She knew things by little brown spots on my left eye around the iris. Oh, that's liver. That's liver. So I'm like, yeah, from all of the drugs I took as a child to try to cure my kidney disease, I have high levels of liver enzymes. You didn't know that. No one knows that but me, right? Maybe my best friend. And it's in my freaking eye. I'm like, that is crazy. And Bill, you are low in folic acid. See this thing right here on your eyes, on both eyes? You're low in folic acid. That's why your stomach isn't digesting the food properly. It's been about 2 years. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, she goes, I said, well, that's from a medicine that I take that lowers my acid, so the medicine can stay in my body for a longer period of time. She goes, okay. All this stuff, it's crazy. Her name's Clara Bayer, and she lives in Panama City. And now, I tell you guys that, hey, Jody, I tell you guys that because I was led, right? I heard hey, Shelly, I heard what she did on the voicemail. She didn't pick up the phone. I heard what she did. Spirit says, that's it. Okay? So I mentioned something to her when I had the conversation with her. Boom, she provides a service to me. I got on some supplements, again, very dehydrated. She goes, Bill, and what you do for a living dehydrates you even more. She goes, your body is not absorbing the water. I said, well, I kind of just drink water to make sure that when I go to the bathroom, it's clear. She's like, okay. Sherry says some of this I've heard through tradition. Yes, I have another friend who does acupuncture, and she said the same exact thing. That's what Sherry is saying. So it's amazing, guys. Again, I'm not the guinea pig anymore since I was a child, so I'm very suspicious of things unless they bring it to me. So I'm mentioning that because it's pretty freaking amazing. And so I'm now taking some type of water drops, crystal, something like that. I'm on supplements for my stomach, and the doctor gave me something to stop the bleeding inside of myself. And so that's working. So there's no more cramping, there's no more pressure on my back, there's all this relief, right? And I attribute that to not only the pill, what are they called? I'm way up here, guys. I can't think right now. Yes, Sherry, trace minerals. Thank you, Sherry. Trace minerals. I take trace mineral drops. The other supplements have been fantastic. I'm so happy. She even knew about me not connecting with thoughts and stuff like that. And it's not dementia. It's just the fact that I'm way up here in the sky. Yeah. So when things like that happen, get ready for the catapult, right? Okay? Get ready for that. Also, we spend more time, which we do, we spend more time thinking about how to get there, hey Pamela, than allowing them to take us there. We think about too much, right? We think about too much. I've learned not to think. Hey Tracy, I've learned not to think, right? Because somebody asked me the other day, when are you going to move? I don't know. What do you mean don't know? Don't know. They'll tell me everything will fall into place when I'm supposed to go. Well, don't you have, no. You can't control it. I've learned in 4 years of giving up, you can't control it. So the more that you want to think about it, the more that you want to think about the future and what if, and these people, there's a lot of people out there who want the man, who want, oh, when am I going to meet this man? When am I going to do this? You're not going to meet the man like that. You're not going to meet, you're not going to meet, yeah, Spirit's pretty good, Sherry, right? You're not going to meet him like that. The only way you're going to meet the guy is if you are okay with yourself. That you can be by yourself, you can vacation by yourself, you love yourself, you can garden by yourself. You don't need a man to go to dinner with. Hey, Rachel, that's when your vibration has hit here. You've raised your vibration high enough where he's right here. Same thing with anything. Anything. Is that the more that you pine over men, because usually the men who are worried about it, or the females that are worried about it, the men are not. You know, again, remember guys are a certain way until they hit a certain until they hit a certain age. So we need to get that thought process out of our mind. We need to get that and go, okay, what do I need to do to be okay with myself? What do I need to do? Because again, the last thing you want is for them to bring people into your life to crush it. I just say that because I just went through a month's worth of them crushing. Because I didn't listen about the eating. It seemed, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it, Spirit. Again, what's the big deal? Come on, I change it when we move. You know, no, but you got to change it here. Okay. And I didn't. So what did they do? They gave me this. Because they know where I need to be in my vibration, in the spectrum of things, so that they can pick me up and move me to my Pacific lovely home in Kihei, Maui. Perfect sense. Perfect sense. So what we need to do is when we start to have that stuff, right? When we have that yearning, when we have that, okay, you told me, Bill, I'm going to meet a man probably sometime next year. Is there men in between? Huh? Did you not hear? You need to work on yourself. Did you not hear? It's in here. It's in your heart where you're yearning for somebody, hey, Sandra, to make it better for you. Well, I'm going to make it better for you is you. You have to look at that and go, okay, so why do I need that guy? You're going to replace all of the men's stuff with toys, instruments, nothing. Hell, hug a pillow, hug a dog, right? I mean, again, it depends upon how pointed you are, Spirit says, in fixing that. Because guess what? Hey, Trace Parker, you don't want to go into a relationship with the right guy, which you would never do, because universe will never bring that guy into your life. He'll bring bottom feeders into your life. They'll definitely do that. Give you challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge until you finally go, okay, what is that? I don't understand. Well, duh. Bill told you, the universe told you, guides told you to stop. It's not going to happen. Until you are balanced in every form of your life, nothing's going to happen. And I can name probably 3 people on here right now live, Haley for sure, Jamie for sure, and Sherry for sure, have done this amazing work, have done this amazing connect. Kathy too, have done this amazing work where when I met them, they weren't the people they are today. 3-4 years later, guess what? They're these women who are self-sufficient, who know where they're going, who are connected to the universe, who are absolutely these women who go, wow, I can't believe where I'm at. Not because they learned, because they healed, Spirit says, because they healed. They're on the energy blast of Tammy, right? They're taking it an extra step, making sure that they continue to raise their vibration. See? That's what it's about. You have to clear out centuries of garbage as you leave your old self behind as we move in further into 4th dimension and on to 5th dimension within 5, 6, 7 years. You're the one, your soul chose to do this at this time. Letting your human get in the way because of men, because I need to know what my purpose is. Really? Really? Why do you need to know your purpose? Your purpose is for you to grow. Your purpose is for you to heal yourself and allow yourself to continue to move forward. Okay? And Liz, you will get there when it's your time. All right? Everyone is at a different level in ascension. It has to be like that. Could you imagine everybody being at a certain level at the same time? Oh my God, the world would explode. Hey, Billy, the world would explode. I mean, Earth would be powder, Spirit says, because that's too much energy at one time. Yeah, we'll all get there at the same time. We can't get all there at the same time. Hey, Susan, we can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. Could you imagine all arriving at the same time someplace? My God. The earth would crumble, Spirit says. But it's true. So we're all on the same journey, right? But we're all at a different level of energy. And that's because we're supposed to be. Because some of us move slower than others. And Spirit brings up school, right? I knew people in high school 45 years ago that, brainiacs, could do anything. Oh my gosh, just absolutely anything. And there was Billy Hobart, barely graduating high school. But had all this, right? They were not me. I was on a different plane, let's say. I was over here, and they smarties were here, but they were more human than I was. Yeah, I was a different animal. And my mom understood that. Am I smart? Yeah. Am I street smart? Oh yeah. Capricorn, 10,000 years. Trust me, I got this. Which I've all had to pull back or just dismantle or dismantle. To allow my soulful self, to allow my spiritual self to rise up to the top. To connect higher than I've ever connected before. And that's the way it's supposed to be. The less muggle we are, the more of a spiritual dynamo you become. Yeah. But we have to allow that to happen. We have to allow ourselves by being conscious and not thinking about, well, I need to know my purpose and I need a man in my life and I'm ready to have children and I can't get rid of this. I can't heal this. My childhood was so horrid. And we're okay. There's ways to heal that because people do every day. If you are not ready to do that work, which is fine. which is fine. Hey, Kimberly. But I'm telling you, when that happens, you'll be like, oh my effing God. Really? Oh my God, I just got it. And bing, you'll be like, how come this could happen 2 years ago? Because it wasn't supposed to, Bill. That's what happens, Liz. All of us have that, if you allow it. Like when you're in suspension, right? You feel kind of weird. You're not really connected to anything. I think I posted 1 or 2 things on Facebook in the last 3 days. I'm just not into it at the moment, right? But I'll be back at it once my vibration needs to be taken back up, because that raises my vibration, because it connects to all of you guys. See? But when you're in that, say, okay, Spirit, why do I feel like this? You got to help me with this. I don't understand. Guess what? You call somebody back on the phone, you hear what they do for a living, you go, I think I need to make an appointment with you. Because again, I'm not the guy to go traipsing from place to place, because that's not your job. People who go from holistic worker to holistic worker from reader to reader to reader, don't do that either. Because again, all at different levels. And that's what it's all about. We're all at different levels. So don't tie yourself, Spirit says, to third dimensional knowing. It only stops you from ascending. Why do you need to know your purpose? Why do you need a man or somebody in your life? Why you don't? You don't. This is an individual ascension, guys. How many of us don't have a big group of friends anymore? We don't. How many of us don't talk to a lot of family members anymore? A lot of us. Why? I don't know how many comments I get a week from people saying, Bill, I'm so lonely. Okay. So watch Coaching for the Soul. So do this. Join Tammy's groups. Do this, do this, do this. Because that's where the tribe starts. And I explained to somebody last week, how Coaching for the Soul works, right? That there's people on here that have never met each other, but they're friends. And they comment back and forth on stuff. Also on Tammy's free group, the Spiritual Journey Playground. They comment on stuff, right? When Tammy posts stuff on Facebook, they comment on stuff. And then they start talking to each other about stuff. Like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm going through too. I mean, that's just the way it is. But we have to be open to reaching out to those people. See? Because that's how we make friends. That's how we build connections. That's how we can bounce stuff off each other. That's how you can actually FaceTime somebody or Facebook message them and like on a video kind of thing, or call them for free if they live in California or wherever they actually live. And you can actually have this spiritual conversation about how you're feeling. And the other person may go, you know what, I went through that last year, blah, 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 blah. Because there's people on here right now who can answer those questions. It truly is. Not that they're at a higher level, but they've already had some of those actions happen to them when they're just at the beginning of 4D. That's what it's all about. Say, that's what it's all about. And Coaching for the Soul private group is probably going to be at the first week of May. Hi, Stacey Casey. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how I want this to work, and I don't want to exclude anybody, but I don't want everybody to be able to get into it who isn't cool, who isn't going to use it for what it's used for, which is to have community and things like that. It's pretty good, pretty cool. It's coming. But again, I keep knowing I have to do it. I'm in the middle of it, and of course, me being the Capricorn, come on, let's finish it, Spirit. Come on, let's finish it. Hang on, not yet. Really, not yet. It's got to be this again. So I'm waiting for them to download to tell me what the heck's supposed to be next. So there's some question or something they want me to ask, and I'm like, okay, you got to tell me what the questions are. Hi, Liz. So as we go through this stuff, right? As we let go of who we used to be. Hey, Michelle, because that's what's happening now, everybody. If we're frustrated, we don't know what the hell's going on. We don't get it. We are irritable. Everything's going on. It's kind of a kind of crazy town in our lives and others, that we have to go, okay, I get it. Get it. I get it. I get it. They're gonna lead me as I go. I'm going to check in with Bill. I'm going to send him a text. I'm going to do my meditations. I'm going to talk out loud to my guides. I'm going to look at stuff on Facebook and comment on stuff that Bill posts and that others post. I'm going to join the Spiritual Journey Playground, which is free, to do those energy blasts. Okay? Those are the things you can be proactive on. Okay? Those are because they're available to you. They're free. All right? And some days you feel like reading them and sometimes you don't. What you have to do is every day you have to try. You have to try. That keeps your vibration high. When you join that spiritual playground group, which is free, you're in Tammy's energy all day, every day. All day, every day. Okay? And now she's got that group for $99. She's got the other group for $199, which has more content on it. Join for 3 months, right? If you can. Again, that's what it's all about. If you can't, don't get upset. Don't go, oh my gosh, because guess what will happen? Do the free energy blast every other Monday at 1:11. And if you can't do it live, send a reminder, do it after you get out of work or in the morning if you can. All right? If you can. If you can't, okay. But don't beat yourself up about it, right? Ask Spirit to allow Tammy to keep those free ones up for a longer period of time. Probably happen if you ask, right? Because it should be for a longer period of time, at least 2-3 days. But that's the way Bill would do it. I understand why she does it the way she does it, right? The energy blasts, everybody's saying the energy blasts are amazing. They're amazing. But I'm telling you, if you can afford $99 a month for 3 months, let's say for I think it's the light package. I forget what it's called. Sorry, guys. That I'm telling them, $99 and $199, the higher consciousness circle. Man, oh man, oh man. Higher consciousness circle has helped me so freaking much in the year that I've had it. Now I'm near about 14 months. Guys, my vibration is 75% higher than it was before. And she came into my life because they were ready, because I kept saying, so Spirit, what's next to get to Maui? What do we got to do next? She shows up on my iPad out of the blue 14 months ago during an energy blast. Spirit says, watch this. Okay, watch it. Boom. Right? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Is that when you take that step, if you can, don't beat yourself up if you can't right now. Ask during the free energy blast. Ask Spirit to bring you the money for the higher consciousness circle light, $99. Can just bring it to, I just need $300. Need $300. You know, and guess what? You buy a ladder ticket, you win $300. Boom. $500, whatever it is. Right? So I don't want anybody to beat themselves up because they can't. Because some people can't. I know I couldn't. There was times that I wanted to join things. I'm like, in my old life, in my old jobs, making 6 figures, spend it like that. But now, no. It doesn't work like that. I'm a conservative Capricorn. And I'm trying to get out of that where, again, I'm just that guy. I've always been that guy. So if you can't do it, that's okay. But make sure that you set yourself a timer. Make sure that you set yourself a reminder that when I get out of work, I got to eat my dinner, but at 6:30 at night, I'm going to retire to someplace quiet. I'm going to do this freaking energy blast with the buds in my ears. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to manifest what I want, or I'm going to heal what I need to because of her energy. I don't know how she does it, guys. I don't know how she does it, but I'm telling you what. If you want healing, if you want to manifest something, I'm telling you, it's like my friend Clara Bear. I never knew she could do what she does with the eye thing. Fascinating to me. Fascinating to me, right? But on their time. I didn't even think about asking Spirit about supplements. Why would I do that? No, I'm not that guy, right? And they know that. That is what I tell people all the time, is that your guides know you. They know you. They've been with you since you came from a speck of dust from another galaxy long, long, long ago. Long, long, long ago. Centuries ago. For me, over 10,000 years. Think about that. Who is human then? That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Is understanding that you're not new. Your guides have been with you every single day of your lives. They never change. They only get better. You get more and more guides through every lifetime, through every challenge. And your ego is the same that you've had since you came to the planet centuries ago. That's why it knows everything about you. On the negative side. That's why as we become, I learned a new word from Spirit. When we have a neutral ego, Spirit says, I like that neutral ego because my ego is kind of neutral. And when we get there, it's pretty great. But it's possible. And then it flips into positive ego, which builds you up and keeps your energy high in 5D and 6D and 7D if for you youngsters. For old guys like me, we'll be gone. But it's awesome, right? So they know you. So don't ever think they don't. You don't need an answer. You don't need an answer. Don't need anything. All you have to do is say, Spirit, I need you to help me with this. Like for me, I say, okay, Spirit, what's next? What's next? What's next in this? What's next moving me closer to moving to Maui? Tammy shows up 14 months ago. Claire showed up, been in my life for 5 or 6 years, and she does all this work that I never knew about. But it wasn't time, Spirit says, for me. All of us, guys, I'm telling you, the more that we try to search, the more that we try to find, the more they're going to kick you back like a freaking mule. Hi, Marianne. That's not our job to search. James. It's not our job to search. It's not our job to know. It's not our job for any of that. Because when you do that, what you want gets further away. Why? Because humans' 3D energy is like this. It punches. Doesn't work. You're punching away what's coming to you when you think too much. The man, what I'm supposed to do, my reason for being on the planet. What should I do with my life? Well, let it unfold. Let it unfold. Ask, and let it materialize. But what you have to make sure that you do is that you clear out that doubt inside your heart, which is connected to ego, the negative ego. You know that's never going to happen, right? I don't know who you're talking to, but you know, that's never going to happen. We're never going to be rich. We're never going to have the perfect job. We're never going to be able to do holistic work for a living. You're always going to be poor. That's a lie. That's all lies. All lies. All lies. That you don't have to work as hard as you don't have to do, you don't have to have your feet in the mud. You don't have to do all that. Yeah, you don't have to. Go back to work, do this here, because your ego wants to keep you safe, and that's the only way that your ego knows how to do it. So understand that when you're sitting by yourself or you're sitting with the family and you're staring off into space, and this is zipping, and you start to go, oh, past behavior. It's got you again. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. Got to catch it. Got to catch it. Got to be conscious. Not all the time, but you got to be conscious. Because the big stuff, right? If you don't take care of it, they will. Make me the poster boy for that. needed to change the way that I eat, and I didn't change it. Well, a little bit of pain involved in that. A little bit of BS in there too. Okay, I take full responsibility for that. But every time I have a health situation happen to me in my lifetimes, I've been catapulted to the future. Yeah. See? I remember giving up in 1996, and Spirit kept saying, give up. Just give up, Bill. Just give up. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up. Because I was having trouble at work. And not going to give up. There's no way I'm going to give up. And that third dimensional feeling, right? Till finally one day, I went, F word. I freaking give up, Spirit. I give up. I can't fight it anymore. I can't. But that wasn't forever. As it usually isn't with humans that have been around for a long time. See? Oh, Liz, I know plenty of Taurians, and you know, we're absolutely hard to change our ways. Yeah. But as you become more conscious, as you give the hell up, you can't fight it. You're going there anyway. Why not make it a freaking halfway decent trip? Are we afraid? Oh, of course we're afraid. Scared to death. Until we're not. We're not. And as we lose all of our past lives stuff, I'll call it, and we've already charted a new path to our new future, which is fourth dimension, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, 11th dimension. Who knows? Who knows how we're going to get, how far up we're going to get before each one of us starts to pass. We spend 25 years, maybe 30 years in spirit, and we come back again to try it again. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle, zodiac signs are sun signs, dear. There's fire. The elements are air, water, fire, and earth. Those are all sun signs. How do we do that? Well, guess what? It's about understanding, for a lot of you young guys, that you've got a whole life ahead of you in this place that you never thought you'd get. You're going to get there. You don't have a choice. That's the thing. People think, well, no, you don't have a choice. Hey, your soul chose to be here this lifetime to experience this lifetime, to go through the amazing change, like from a caterpillar to a butterfly. See? Michelle, Sagittarius has a tendency to burn everything up. Then when they get to be 65, 70 years old, they look around and everybody that they love has been burned up because they're so focused on work. They're never focused on loving themselves. It's all about making sure that they just move forward, and their focus is always usually on the career. So understanding that there's not an ending point, Spirit always says. Well, not an ending point. You're going to work to the day you die. So you might as well just understand that. Well, to him, work is on myself, right? Because I'll be oceanfront in a beautiful house, 2-story house with 3,500 square feet, right? And on the Pacific Ocean, living my best life, writing for a living, doing readings once or twice a week, doing Coaching for the Soul at 10 a.m. Hawaii time, which is 3 o'clock Eastern time. I'll be doing it at 10 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. See? But it takes us time to get there. It takes us time to allow ourselves to evolve. Because all of us are chosen, Spirit says. And understanding that. Okay? Understanding that. And this week, we are going through the process of continually letting our past lives go, Spirit says, and charting a new course. Now, there's a new moon on the 30th. And that day there's a solar eclipse with a new moon. So the moon and the sun are right together, okay, in a new moon. It's also a solar eclipse, which is just amazing to me. So all that energy, all that change energy, is coming by the end of the month. And there's a Mercury retrograde thrown in there too. But understand, guys, the higher your vibration, the less Mercury retrograde hurts you, messes with your life. Why? Because you've let your stuff go. You've made peace with yourself. Your communication is good. You've taken all that stuff that you worry about and you've let it go. You healed it. Am I affected? Yeah. But not as deeply as I have been when I was younger. Although in this transformational period, they've been brutal to me. Why? Because they are getting me ready for the next chapter. We're getting us all ready for the next chapter. My ears are ringing so loud right now, it's crazy. Yeah. See? Why are my ears ringing? Downloads from spirit, but also a higher vibration. James, a higher vibration. Understanding that as you get in a higher vibrational energy, your ears are going to ring. Yeah. So I know. Spirit, there's a lot of people on the earth right now having vivid dreams, having forward-looking dreams, seeing their future, and they don't understand who the people are in the dreams. I, for one, have had those. I have deja vu every day. I have deja vu from things that I've experienced before. Now, Marianne, me too, since I was a 5-year-old child. Yeah. It used to help me. My ears ringing. I used to listen to my ears ringing when I tried to fall asleep because my brain was so active that it helped me fall asleep. I just focused on my ears ringing and I would fall asleep. Yeah. So I got to get that thought back. Hang on, Spirit. Dreams. Understanding that with the deja vu and things like that, these are things that I've dreamed about or I've seen before. Also, I'm now learning about other dimensions that are running at the same time as here. And that fascinates me. So it's one more chapter of our spiritual self, right? Trying to understand, because I've been told by them that deja vu is just another dimension running the same things that we're running here, only we're slower, which fascinates me. See? So, again, as you guys grow, as you allow yourself to ascend, as you have a dream journal, let's say, by your bed. I use my phone because I can't write that quick before it's gone. Because when we wake up, we're in theta, right? And as soon as you start to move or do anything like that, your body, your brain starts to clear the reel. To clear the reel, to get you ready for the energy of the day. Yes, Joe, exactly. Parallel or perpendicular universe, exactly. And that fascinates me. And I hope to get more into that when I get to Maui. Yeah. So Jamie says she'd just started dream journaling, haven't made sense of them yet. Not supposed to, Jamie. Let them make it, I know. Spirit says, let them show you what that means. Then as you get, there you go, Pat, exactly. As you start to your dreams coming true, right? And the people coming into your life and the scenario coming in, you seeing it, that's when you go, oh my gosh. And that's why I tell people all the time to tape things on their phone, because you'll be going through your pictures one day. You'll be guided to do that from them, because they want you to look at or listen to the postings that you've done, right? And you go, oh my God, that happened 6 months ago. Of course it did. But they want to give you confirmation of that. So what do? They have you go through your pictures so you can delete some of them. Well, not that much. Not about deleting them. It's about having you hear how far you've gone up the mountain. That the mountain is not that high. Because ego always makes it seem like, oh my gosh, it's so high to get there. How come others can get there? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. You're not there yet. Good job, Michelle. I will tell you, when I started this journey, real life, 2014, I had come from a life where I knew pretty much everything about what people were doing in their jobs. I was the person that they came to. I was because I was connected, right? And if I didn't even know, they would tell me the answer to their question. So I was like, oh, Spirit, we're starting over. This is kind of crazy. All these people, and gosh, they know so much, and this, that, and the other thing. And wow, this is amazing. I'm not that guy anymore, which I kind of miss, because I like to help people and things like that. Not an ego thing at all. It's just, no, I just want to help them, make it easier for them. Like I've done that in my retail career. And it was about probably 6 months to a year ago, Spirit says, well, you're there now. Where? Well, Bill, you're the one now. I'm like, okay, one what? Well, Bill, you're the person that people trust. That people, ask Bill, he'll tell you. Ask Bill, he'll tell you. And it's true. It happened without me even knowing it. Because they led me, again, James. Again, it is the Hansel and Gretel effect, as we call it. They call it that. I'm going to put the bread on our path so we can get back from grandma's house to get back home. All the time we are connected with things that are happening to us in our lives, and we're ascending, right? We don't know. We're just walking to grandma's house. Well, obviously grandma's house is on a hill of ascension. And then all of a sudden we turn around and become like, whoa, okay, fear. Where am I at? This is crazy. And we look back and the bread's gone. They lead us without us knowing. That's what Facebook posts are all about. That's what your YouTube feed is all about. That's what your Instagram feed is all about, is leading you into the places you need to go because they're energy. And they can bring you things on social media that you need to see at the exact time. Happens to me every day. Every day. And I'm not the only one. It's easier to do it that way than to sit in a place and go, I need you to blah, blah, blah. I need, You know how hard it is for them to get through that energy of Earth to talk to you if they're not your best friends? If you haven't opened up the channel and you talk to them every day about everything, the random thought in your head that they put in your head to see if you'll pay attention, to see if you go, so Spirit, why do I have a picture in my head of a sailboat? They won't even answer you. It's not that. It's you asking them, what is that? They're like, okay, he's starting to get it. Give him some more. And it's more and more and more and more. That's the same thing with smells. Right? Same thing with smells. You smell your mother, your father, your grandfather, whatever. Okay? Smells bring us back to to a time where we were not ourselves, who we are today. For a reason, recognition, Spirit says. To recognize, they're making me think of my mom, making me think of my dad. Is it a good thing, a bad thing? Understanding that. They're doing it for a reason. Why? So you respond to them. It used to be for me, when Lee and I first got together, Lee would say, oh, Bill, your mom's here. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can smell the cigarette smoke. And I would say to her, Mom, I don't understand why you do that. Why can't you just talk to me? Well, it's for Lee. To get him to understand that my mother was here. The authority was here. Yeah. See? Chimes. My mother here all the time, guys. She's in charge. Always was when I was growing up. Yeah. See? As people say, well, Bill, she's your booker. I'm like, yeah, she takes care of stuff pretty good. Yeah. But when those happen to you, they happen to you for a reason. So you will acknowledge them out loud. So if you're in a room full of people or you're with your family, whatever, then go to the freaking bathroom and say, yeah, Spirit, what's up with my mom smelling? What's that about? Why am I smelling urine? Why am I smelling this? Why am I smelling marigolds? Why am I smelling daffodils? Why am I smelling lilacs? All that stuff. See? Because it has a connection to your past. It's never your future, guys. It's always your past. Or is someone a human being? If it's good or bad. If it's good, awesome. Love, emotion, caring, hugs, kisses. If it's bad, I got to work on that. It reminds me of my father. Reminds me of my mom. Reminds me of my grandma, my grandpa, whatever, my brother, whatever. It's a recollection for you to go, okay, I need to work on that. Let me write that down. Let me find out how to do that. See? Yeah, Joe, his parents are passed, and they're always saying hello as animals. Because Joe's connected to animals big time. Big time. See? They just want to say hello. If they're loving and understanding, and that was all cool. If you have an issue with one of your parents, again, grandma, whatever, it's time for you to look at that and go, okay, I've got to heal that part of myself so that I can ascend even higher. So, because it allows them to lift you up into different scenarios, into different energy. Okay? Super, super important. As we leave everything behind from past lives, right? We leave everything from past lives. It's time for us to start to plan our next journey forward. How do we do that? Okay, Spirit, what's next? What do I have to do to be where I'm supposed to be right now? And you'll get where you're right where you're supposed to be. Okay, so what's the next step to ascension? I need you to help me with that. Sherry gets messages through the media and entertainment, books, social media, and TV. Exactly. So do I. All the time. Because they're energy. One thing Spirit wants to do before we wrap it up is he wants to talk about people who are looking for their twin flame. They're looking for their soulmate, and for all that kind of stuff. Stop looking. Stop looking. Most of those people or I should say most. Yeah, he wants to say most. Most of the people that are your soulmate are not even in your life. They're in some place on the planet. By chance, you might run into each other. By chance, they're usually not your partner. Best friend, sometimes. But usually that's because you haven't finished the energy up with them yet from past lives. Same thing with husbands, wives, whatever, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever. A lot of it has to do when it comes to love, that something happened in a past life and we still have energy with us that we have that align, right? That we have to finish it out. That's when you might have a boyfriend or girlfriend and all of a sudden you break up. Well, guess what? The energy was done. And then you try to make it work and it doesn't work, doesn't work. That's because, guess what? The energy line is done. But people all the time in their third dimensional way are looking for, I need to find my twin flame. I need to find my soulmate. Why? It's like a woman who says, I need to find my boyfriend. No, you don't. If it's supposed to come to you, let it come to you. But you trying to find it? Who is it? I need to, no, they're not going to do that. And if anybody does do that, guys, it's not right. It's not real. Because they don't know. They're not going to tell the muggle. They might tell you when you're in 5D, but then you'll already know by 5D where this person might be, if they are even here. See? Allison says, my friend was my wife in the past. Exactly. Past lives, exactly. See? That's how it works. And as we go through and become a higher state of consciousness, we all will know that. And it's the other ones that you'll be like, oh my gosh, really? Really? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're asking that question. Yeah. So Sherry says, my sister-in-law is 100% a soul alignment person. When the man is ready, I'll know her. Exactly, I'll know the soul alignment. Feels like, exactly. When you know, you know. When you know, you know. You'll know exactly who they are. And that's when you got to go, okay, ego's going to say, he's too good looking, he's too tall, he's too rich, he's too white, he's too black, he's too Latin, he's too Chaldean, he's too Asian. Meaning what? Fear. Fear. That's when you're struck with realization that it's soul connection. It's soul connection. Yeah. And by that time, you should be at a higher state of consciousness where that stuff shouldn't bother you at all. Because you love yourself for being you. You love all the things about you. You've healed yourself on so many levels from who you were before. That's the key. How do you do that? Allow them to heal you. Do the energy blast every other Monday at 1:11. It's free. Watch Coaching for the Soul. Here or on YouTube. Do a reading with somebody. Yeah. Go to a psychic fair. Get some crystals. All those kinds of things. The more that you're in the lifestyle, the more that you can do, because everybody can't. Get it? Been there, done that, right? The more that you submerge yourself in the energy Spirit says, the easier the journey will be. So you're going to be doubt in there? There's going to be doubt in there. Trust me. The greatest people on the planet who are spiritual beings still have doubt. I know, Spirit. He says, because no one's pure God. No one is pure God. No one. No one. Kathy, do Steve Noble guided meditations. Exactly. Yeah. Because they clear that third dimension out of you. They make everything okay. For sure. So, thanks, guys. Namaste, everybody. I am doing a psychic fair in Jackson this weekend, the whole weekend. It'll be a really long weekend. It's a 10-hour fair every day. I'm driving back and forth from Sterling Heights to Jackson every day at night. And so Saturday, Sunday, from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock, I believe, at the fairgrounds in downtown Jackson on Ganson Street. Been my hometown. Been there, done that. So that is this weekend. And I'm trying to think of what else is going on. I don't think anything. Whoops. No more I'm not doing another psychic fair until Troy in the middle of May. Because I'm only pretty much doing one a month. And yeah, so everything's good. So namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining me for Coaching for the Soul Thursdays at 3. And yeah. It's gonna be sunny this weekend and it's 80 degrees, they said. So please get outside, sit in the sun, put your hands in the dirt. Just take care of yourself. All right?